Good evening, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you tonight on Christmas Eve? Bit of a boring video this, but one that I wanted to make for a little while. In these two folders are paperwork. This one, as said, is full of instruction manuals. And this one is full of promotional stuff. Bits that I've collected throughout the years. It's not everything, but it's all that I have out. It's where everything sits. Well, I thought we'd have a little look. See if there's anything interesting in here. It's all sort of... It is vaguely the folders are falling to bits, but it is all vaguely categorised. Sort of forgotten what's in here now. This is the promo folder. What's in this bit here? We have... Oh, this is the MISC one. So we have the Rowenta Air Force, the iRobot, a Roomba. They're all in plastic folders, which is going to be a bit of a pain because the flash is going to bounce off of them. And that is a Bosch one. Yeah, I think quite a lot of this is scanned into my Google Drive, you know. So you might be able to look at it there. If not, let me know and I can get it scanned in. What's this one? Ah, this is Goblin. This is... That's the size we want. That's for an Aquavac. The Goblin Aquavac. That one there, look, I don't quite know what the actual model is. Oh, it's a Pro Aquavac Pro 200. And this one is an earlier Aquavac, as you can tell by the tools. Oh, look at an old John Player special on the back. Those two came from eBay. All of these came from shops. They came from eBay. Let's see what my knowledge is like. What else have we got in here? Oh, there's another one here. Ah, that's a Rug Doctor one that I picked up from somewhere. Oh, this is an old Electro part. Don't know what happened to Electro part, but you can tell how old it is. Look, because they now provide a fax service, which is good. Oh, look, Charlie's just waking up. And I bought this one because, here we go, it's got a lovely double page spread of the Galaxy. There's the Hoover Galaxy 1000S and the more basic S3850, along with a full parts diagram. More volume from Turbo. Over 5 million leading to massive repair opportunities, and obviously this is one of the more common styles. This is the later version. Don't think it's the latest, but it's certainly a later version. Don't know, where's this dated? Does it say what date is? I don't think it's quite dated. Royal are going to spend £750,000 on advertising in 1991. Wonder if they ever did that. I picked that up on eBay because that was quite interesting. What else is in here? Some more Goblin. We have the Goblin Steamatic. My granny and granddad had one of those when I first knew them. They used to be everywhere when I was a kid. Never actually had or used one of those. What's this? The Aquavac Multi-System 3000, look. Girlfriend of my dad's had one of those back in the day. Goblin. There we go. Look, this is the 1991 Goblin range. Got the tripod on me. Let's have a look. So in 1991, look, we had the Rio. Dad had, yeah, that version. The white one. I've never seen one of those in the Flex with the underbox. Seen a couple of the one without called Rewind on eBay. The laser. I've never had a Goblin laser before. There's the Steamatic again. Plus 1000 and the multi-system. I think I've had a plus 1000 and the handy. I've got a box Goblin handy in the shed. I really must do something with. But I haven't yet because they're worthless. That came from the car boot, I think, a few years ago now. Must do a little video of that at some point. It's missing one of its tools though. So will never be worth a great deal. Let's pop this back in the pack. What else have we got? The Anderson electrical. There's two of these. Anderson are now owned by Qualtex, I think. And this one certainly dates from August 1991. Look at this price list for the Goblin range. The multi-system 2000 was £100. Should have paid £100. And there's all the lasers. Look, 80 quid, 90 quid, 100 quid. And we've got another Euro news from Euro Parts. Don't think there's a lot of vacuum cleaner content in here. I think this would have come with something else, because I do have a look on eBay from time to time. You could buy an interlock for the Hoover 3166 for £2.49, whatever one of those machines is. I presume it's a washing machine. What else have we got? Ooh. A pamphlet for the Bissell Big Green Cleaning Machine. I don't know where this came from. They're based in Slough though, just up the road. What else is there? We'll get both of these out, because these are ones that I printed out back in the day. I don't quite know why, that there's some Karcher stuff. I don't know why I kept that, I might bin it. And there's an Electrolux floor care range 2003 to 2004. Look, the ink was running out of my printer at the time. Don't think I've had any of those. What else was there in 2003, 2004? Look, there's the Oxygen, Ultra Silence and Mondo Plus. Steamers. Things you print out when you're young, eh? And other... Oh, look, there's the Trilobite ZA1 robotic machine that they did. Don't see any of those nowadays, do you? There was a bit of chat about them on the Roomba forum when I joined up there to inquire about my Roomba. Ah, here we go, look, we're getting to the pneumatic stuff now. But first, the AEG Nimble. I've never had a Nimble before. I've seen our Basiacs video though, they do look clunky, big old Hectors, don't they? What else have we got? Oh, this is... I know what this is. I can't remember why the envelope was signed up, but this is my pneumatic-y stuff. I think I wrote to them for something, because they said, hello, sorry, we don't do the logo anymore. But they sent me a few faces. I think I've given one of these to a collector already, and I've got two left. There we go, they're from 2000, but this was last year they sent me this. So I have two faces, I'll keep those, just in case they come in handy. Or anything, if I can get them back in the envelope. There's my I Love Henry sticker. Don't know quite where that came from, but I've got one of those. These would be from... I did buy a few new in-box pneumatics back in the day. And there's the warranty. I think when I got my Henry Extra, I had a new in-box Henry Extra. There's all the little brochures that would have come with that. Oh, look, I printed these off again back in the day. All the cards that used to come about the various pneumatic machines, look, with the lovely drawings and everything. I won't go through all those. But unless you want me to, I could get them all scanned in. All of this can be scanned in. It's probably pointless scanning these in, because they'll still be on the internet somewhere. Since that's where this all came from. What else have we got? Let's do these. There's a printed out Sebo Airbelt K1. Oof, lots more printed out stuff. I did used to be bored when I was a child. Airbelt K3. The Duo P. Etc, etc. Although slightly more interesting are actual originals. I think these would have come from John Lewis back when John Lewis used to do bits like this. Look, there's the Felix in all of its glory. Again, I would scan these in, but I think these are available as PDFs. on Sevo's website. The air belt K, the automatic X, air belt D, and we've got Miele brochure from issue 1. I don't know where this came from. Let's see if we can roughly date it by the models. There's the S2. Not had an S2. There's the S4s. This is fairly recent. There's the S5. Look, had a few S5s. In fact, I got one of those for free, didn't I, a little while ago? Mum still likes it a lot. There's all the cylinders, full range. The S7. Dad's got one of those. Hang on. Sorry about that. Where were we? Sevo. Here's all the various tools. I've got part of the micro set. I've got the hose anyway. Got all those 3 tools. Oh, hello, Charlie. Nearly done. Let's pull you over. Yeah. The other optional accessories, apart from the 2 that would have come with standard, I don't have any of those. Yeah. What else we got? S7 brochure. The Miele Hybrid, the battery powered one of these. Never have one of those. And another little Miele range brochure. What else have we got in here, Charlie? Might have to do the instruction books as a separate video. Yes. Especially if you're awake. These are the Hoover ones. A lot of these would have come from my Basiac when he had a bit of a clear out. The Aquamaster. I think this is a different era to my Aquamaster. It's a little bit later. There's a Hoover compact filter. The Turbo Power electricity board exclusives. I have that one. The letting on the bag's a bit worn off, but I have that one. Don't have the Autoflex hard bag though. This is the one that I think Roger did in his video, so we don't need to go through that. Here's another Aquamaster one. Slightly different generation again. Should be the early to mid 90s, I think, rather than the mid to late. Some more electricity board specials. This one was slightly earlier looking at that one, and the fact that it still features the Power Plus. Yeah. The Hoover Compact Super Cleaner. Big in everything but size. I think I've had one of these in the dim and distant past with this colour of tools, because it's got a turbo head socket on it, and I used to run the turbo head for my Constellation on it. Here's the era of Aquamaster that I've got, because I've got that one. The S4396 in much more battered condition than that, and the Aquatronic, I have one of those as well for now. There we go. This is the Hoover brochure from the 60s. Look at that. I've had one of those. Manchester Vacs have one of those. Had one of those. In the hop green colour. I've got 417 up in the loft. I've got a Dustette, just not in that colour. I'd love a Hoover Portable. We've got a Constellation. I think it opens out. It does. Even more, look. And there's some prices as well. The Julie was £22.10. Or that says £3.19 and 6. I don't know what for. Senior was £28. Yeah. It was Charlie. I'm sure she's dead now. That dog's definitely dead. Isn't it? If you want scans of all of these, do let me know and I'll see if I've got them and I'll link you to them. So I scanned most of these in. Here's the, this will be from the mid-90s now. Turbo Power 200, the 1000. Turbo Power 1000. I've got one of those. You've seen that. Don't have that Turbo Power 2 though. Got one of those up in the loft. I do have a U2602 as well, but it's got a smashed trunnion. And I've got a U1426. Yeah. There's an Aquajet, so we must be getting to the mid to late 90s now. The last of the Aqua Masters. Yeah. Cylinder cleaners. What cylinder cleaners were there? This is the last of the Sensatronic. I've never seen one of these in the flesh. Ever, which is a shame, but I imagine they're rare as anything. There's the Vogue. The original Vogue. The Sprint, which is basically just a rebodied compact. In fact, that one, they're not even bothered to disguise the fact that it's a rebodied compact. I had a Hoover Jet once, you know. There's the Panther Carvac. Dustet, I've got one of those up in the loft, although I think it's the earlier brown version rather than the grey version. And the F4002, I've got one of those in Amy's mum's shed. There's that one. More Turbo Power Pluses. Let's see. That one I've got a U2604. That came from Free Cycle, that did. Don't have a Turbo Power Plus Autoflex. I've got that one, a U1294. That's a Free Cycle fine as well. That's got one black wheel though, because when I got it, it didn't have one, which was weird. And there's a U2566, which I haven't got. So there's that one. Another Turbo Power 1 brochure. This is the only one. I've got a U2194, that came from eBay. And I've got a U1100, that came from another collector. I did have one of those. However, it had been repainted and was a complete mess. And I broke it for spares in the end. That came from Free Cycle. Hoover, who better? I just think it's another one that I basically went through. There's the red Autoflex, the glass one. 2332, very common one that is. I've got two of those in different styles. There's a U1220, I've got one of those as well. The Power Pluses, the middle of the range Sensatronics, the compacts, I've got one of those. And I've got one of those, although my one of those isn't very good, and I'm going to break it for spares to re-motor my Galaxy. Porter Power, there's a very battered one of those in the shed that I'm probably not going to keep. That's the Dustet that I've got. Never had a Power Glide or a Freedom. There's various Hoover Aqua Pluses. We have something old here, Charlie. What's this from? Might not even be for a machine that I own. There is a 1950 guarantee. Two 1950s. Oh, this one's from 1961. Where would this have come from then? Who knows? Does this tell us anything? Repair advice. Oh, it's for 37. Ah, that's why I bought it. I got a 375. 27th of May 1954 from the Northwest Electricity Board. This is for a 1334A for 2 belts and a Hoover with that serial. If you had that a Hoover 1334 with that serial number, let me know and you can have the paperwork for it. That would have been a random eBay buy because it was cheap. Hoover Overseas News. This covers quite a lot of stuff. I do have a scan of this somewhere. There's not a lot of vacuum cleaner content. Although there's a demonstration of the 1334. Oh, we have to wrap this up soon, aren't we, Charlie? Washing machines. Look, how to present the new Junior 1334 in showroom or shop window. That tells you how to make it look all pretty. And the cutaway look of the one. So the 1334 must have been out when that was done. What else have we got in here? Hey Charlie, I can smell your nappy. Ah, the dust bag. I found these on eBay from 1935 when they were making Perryville bigger. This is another one, I think. think we might have to cut this and then I'll do a part 2 another day. Because Mr. Charlie smells, don't you, Mr. Charlie? This is the guarantee for Hoover Cleaner H135766. I don't actually think I know which model this is for because it's quite old. But that shows you how old it is. Look at what they could do. But the reason I love this is, look, it's got the original stamp on it. Somebody never sent it off, so it has a original halfpenny stamp. Could be worth at least 50p. And this is from Electro Parts. This is for the C1409 commercial. Isn't it, Charlie? Yes. I think we shall leave it there now. There shall be more of these if you want. If you hate it, comment, and I won't do any more at all. But there we go. I must make sure they're all scanned in and accessible for people, because there's some alright stuff here. Who knows? I might be able to buy one next year. So we'll finish that folder in another video, and we'll start on the instruction manuals. And until then, I shall see you soon. Bye bye.